In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Kyle Gray. Welcome back to my channel. My life's purpose and mission is to help as many people get spiritually connected as humanly possible. One of the means that I do so is through oracle cards and tarot cards. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot. This is actually a thing. This is actually happening. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is one of the reasons that I am doing what I do today. Buffy was my first spiritual practice. And I was recently in New York at a conference for authors in the spiritual field, and someone mentioned Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot. And the president of Hay House then shouted over to me, "Kyle, why didn't you create that?" And it's a really good question. I'm excited to unveil this oracle, this tarot deck that was written by Casey Gilly, illustrated by Carl James Mountford. This has been done by Titan Books in association with 20th Television. Let's have a look at the Buffy Tarot. So this is a 78 card tarot deck, just like they all are. And you know, one of the biggest surprises that I got with the Buffy Tarot, I was expecting a 22 major arcana with court cards relating to the show, and then expecting the rest to be pip cards. Pip cards are like the cards that are just got pictures of, 3 pentacles or 3 swords for those cards. But what pleasantly surprised me about this tarot deck is that every single card is illustrated. Every single card has been influenced by this TV show that enriched our lives forever. So let's have a quick look at the cards. I love that Xander is the Fool, and of course that's exactly what he is. We've got Willow as the Magician. We've got all these different phases of Buffy, like pretty cool. We've got Giles as the High Priest. Oh, the lovers is Tara and Willow when they had their lesbian moment. Ah. The Chariot is Cordelia. I mean, drama queen much. We've got Faith for strength. We've got Seth for the Hermit. All these different phases of Buffy. Look, Angel as Justice, Spike as the Hanged Man. Do you remember the episode, The Gentleman? They're the death card. If you don't know what the Gentleman episode is, I mean, where have you been? That's the one where everyone wakes up and no one has a voice. No one can speak. And it's because these gentlemen came and took away everyone's voice. Joyce is the Temperance. And then we've got Willow when she goes a little bit bad for the devil. All these different phases. Kendra, the Vampire Slayer, as the star. These cards are amazing. I am blown away by this tarot. Now, let's talk about some of the cool things in this deck. So, the wands are called the stakes. And look, move these cards out of the way so you can see the individual artwork. The Ace of Stakes. The stakes are, the wands are the element of fire, and they represent, these aspects of the self that are full of energy, decisions, inspiration, expression. So we've got the stakes for the wands, which are pretty cool. We've got the chalices for the cups, which feels really fitting. Check Giles in a wizard outfit there. And I don't remember everyone's name, but do we remember this guy? He was like that kind of friendly demon guy that helped him out, but he was a bit annoying. We've got the Ace of Chalices there, beautiful. There's Buffy and Faith together when they were on the same team before Faith kind of like went off and won. I love the Three of Cups card because it's that original avatar of that really cool friendship between Xander, Willow, and Buffy. And I was watching Buffy season one on the lead up to recording this video, and that original friendship of, Buffy was so called to Willow and Xander because they were geeks and because they were kind of dorky, and they created this original friendship. And the Three of Cups is that card of friendship and finding your people and knowing who to trust. The Five of Cups is Principal Snyder. Of course, it makes so much sense because he was a Snyder. He was one of those bores of the show, and the Four of Cups is often a card of boredom. So the people who created this tarot deck know the tarot. It's evident in how the cards have been picked and placed. And, I find that really cool. I think this is amazing. If I was doing readings for Halloween for friends and family, I would definitely use the Buffy Tarot. But this is also a really cool deck for all year round. It's not just limited to Halloween, but what I will say is it is more gothic. It is a bit more pop art meets Slayerism. It's fun and it's comical. But as you know, reading the tarot can be a really serious thing. And I do worry about using a fun deck like this. Is this going to allow me to get to the serious space that I need to get to in order to relay the information that the tarot is revealing? The swords are called scythes. It's just something to note. There was this moment in Buffy where it was showing all the different slayers of all the different generations. And it was kind of like a time where they were all kind of coming together as one. And I remember that scene of one of the slayers, and she was on a subway in New York, and that's that there. She's got her steak ready to go. And of course, pentacles for pentacles. But yeah, I think this is a really cool tarot deck, super fun, and I think a lot of love has poured into this tarot. I mean, I have seen a lot of TV show style tarot decks out there, and they have been rushed, and they have been, rushed in the sense where the major cards are done, and then all of the pip cards are just, six pentacles for the Six of Pentacles. But whoever done this put a lot of energy, research, focus into Buffy, and they created a work of art. Just to acknowledge, there's a guidebook. It has color inside, and it's a gifty style box with a little ribbon. So there has been a lot of attention to detail put into this. Titan books, I think, are connected to Insight, and Insight do a lot of Star Wars things. So, the licensing this is legit. This is proper Buffy stuff. This is not, someone just coming up with a fun idea. This is licensed. This is research put into this. This is really good. I really love it. I rate this. So, how about we do a reading with the Buffy Tarot? How about we get some guidance today? And let's see if I can break it in. It's really thick cardstock. Gosh, it's really thick. So, shuffling it in, breaking it in. $24.99 this is. I forgot to tell you the price. Cardstock, pretty hefty. I would say this is thicker cardstock than most other cards out there. That makes it quite thick to shuffle. That's one of the things I'm noticing. It also has a matte texture to the cards, so I've always found that matte is more difficult to shuffle. But once you break it in a little bit, it'll be better. So we're going to do a 2-card tarot spread today. The 2-card spread is going to be the first card for strength, something that we need to know that's already existing within ourselves. And the second card is going to be a challenge, something that we need to work on. Let's spread it out. Okay, Wisdom of the Buffy Tarot. Thank you for revealing to us what we need to know. You can see because it is new, it is kind of sticking here. So our strength and our challenge. Oh, The strength card today is the Devil, and this is like bad Willow moment. You know, when Willow like was consumed by the dark forces. I really like this card. The Devil card is a card that many people fear in the tarot because, you know, we live in this society that is very aligned to Abrahamic culture. So Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and there's a big emphasis of fear placed upon the idea of the devil. If you ask me, we all have a devil on our shoulder, and it's called our ego. And it's that voice of limitation that stops us from living out our dreams. When the devil is in the strength position within the tarot, what it actually represents is being able to be aware of the limiting factors within ourselves and the limitations of our internal voice. And so as you watch this right now, there is a voice inside of you that is talking you out of living your dreams, but you've come into awareness of that voice and you're not allowing this voice of anxiety to rule the roost any longer. You're not allowing this devil on your shoulder to talk you out of doing the things that you really, really want to do. I'll also say that whenever the devil card shows up in the tarot, it often represents a connection to material things. It can represent an energy of lust or desire, and it can also represent commitment and holding us somewhere. And so the messages that I'm getting as I look at this today is be at peace with your needs in material things. Stop trying to make material things in your life the devil. Be at peace with the needs that you have. Don't be afraid of having desires. But it's also a message of commitment and loyalty and staying where you are. The devil chains us to our current space. And so I feel like you're being held where you are right now. So if you're looking to make any drastic changes or make any big leaps or decisions, the devil card kind of brings it up into our mind of, is this actually the right thing for me to do? And not jumping too far ahead. Within Kundalini Yoga, we speak of this mind called the negative mind. And the negative mind isn't actually negative. It's actually the part of the self that thinks about the worst possible outcome of a situation just in case, to prepare us, to support us, to ensure that should something bad happen, we will be adequately prepared to move through it. And that's exactly where you are right now. You're thinking about all the different obstacles, all the different challenges, and that's giving you perspective before you move forward. Your challenge card is the Two of Cups. Now, I find this really interesting because the Two of Cups is about the union of souls and the coming together of two people or two things. And so if you're in a place right now where you're finding it difficult to bring two aspects of your life together, I want to say that that is your challenge. That is what the universe is asking you to do. To find the balance, to find the ways that you can make this work. And so there might be a lack in commitment right now. There might be a part of you that wants to step back and leave that for someone else or to avoid it. But the challenge, you know, the Two of Cups and challenge means you're being invited to show up to that. You're being invited to face that. You're being invited to bring the harmony where it is required. So what I'm going to say to you is if there's two parts of your life that are not marrying up right now, there is potential for that to smoothen out. But that can only come through your effort. So show up for it, show up to it, and do what needs to be done in order for harmony to be brought across the board. This is my reading using the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot. I rate it. I really rate it. And I will absolutely be using this tarot, especially when I'm working with friends. If I don't do readings publicly anymore, but every now and then friends are going through a hard time and they ask me to get out the cards, and I always get out a tarot deck. I'll be sure to be bringing out the Buffy deck to do so. This has been my unboxing of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot, and my overview is, it's legit. What's up, it's your boy Kyle Gray. If you enjoyed my unboxing of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot, then subscribe to this channel because I've got more content coming up for you.